What it do? What it do? This your boy Gangsta Cat. You already know what time it is. I got the low down for the low now. And this is where it go. Damn. Like, share, subscribe to the page because you already know. It's the #1 spot for online interviews and celebrity gossip. We don't make the news. We just break it the fuck down. What's good, gang? How everybody going out there tonight? You already know what time it is. If you ain't subscribed to the page, please do so now. It is free. Hit that like button because it don't cost you nothing. And share the live, man. Because when you rocking with me, you rocking with the #1 spot on YouTube, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Get somebody, get a time to get in because you know how we doing it, man. We on our shit. It don't stop. Pay attention to everything that's going on in this Mo3 shit, man. Pay attention to what you're not paying attention to and keep your eyes open on the prize. We is officially 11 days away from the biggest trial probably in history. This, as you can see, this trial is going to be bigger than Tupac trial, man. This shit is so big, my nigga. Nobody is even talking about Tupac murder trial. Nobody even give a fuck that PCD is on trial for murder of Tupac. That's how big this Mo3 shit is, man. So when you want to compare Mo3 and Tupac, this is how you compare Mo3 to Tupac, man. Mo3 has so much of a everlasting persona on this world, my dude, and on this earth that I never thought in a million years that we would be having the Mo3 trial and the Tupac trial at the same time. And nobody even give a fuck about Tupac, man. Salute, my nigga, salute. You already know what time it is. My boy in the building, you already know what time it is. You know I got to break it down for him, man, because we 11 days away. And I got to give it to him like nobody else gave it to him, man. You know I got to break it down for these niggas, man, because I feel the setup coming in, man. And the setup, your boy Kewon is being set up. We all knew that from jump, and we knew he was being the fall guy. We knew that. Everybody knew that. You know what I'm saying? It's about time we talk about it because a lot of people forget about this shit, man. A lot of people is forgetting about this shit, and a lot of shit is coming out, man. A lot of shit is coming out. You know what I'm saying? Just like it came out today. Shout out to MHB. Shout out to Trinity Travels, wherever he heard it. I don't know if he heard it from her. But somebody went back to an old video of Rainwater talking about Mo3 and the day he died. And Mo3, I know, was supposed to be going to see his mother, take her to go get her hair done. This came out of Miss Nicole's own mouth. Out of Miss Nicole's own mouth, that your boy Mo3 was supposed to be coming to get her, take her to get her hair done, and he was going to give her some money. That's what we know. Rainwater said in one video that he called Mo3 that morning around 11 o'clock to tell him he had to get up for a movie shoot. Well, somebody just went back and saw another video where Rainwater said that Mo3 called him. So which one is it? Which one is it? Did Mo3 call you, or did you call Mo3? So now I'm starting to realize why your boy Benjamin Rainwater don't want to testify all of a sudden. Now I know why he don't want to testify. But remember, I told y'all on purpose that I felt like he was doing that shit on purpose. I remember telling y'all in the beginning that your boy Rainwater is deliberately trying to make niggas think it's one thing when it's another. He was deliberately trying to send mixed signals. He was deliberately trying to be a distraction in the Mo 3 sector. When Rainwater saw the Mo 3 sector getting closer, he deliberately inserted himself in the sector, started jumping on Ratchet Page while we was breaking this shit down so he can steer the narrative. When Rainwater was being interviewed by Most Hated Blogger, he was trying to steer the narrative. Pay attention, gang. Y'all shit alive. We're gonna break this shit down. Because I know personally that Rainwater has been trying to steer the narrative. Because I personally have messages from Rainwater. I personally have messages from where Rainwater contacted me and asked me to steer a narrative. So now it's all making sense how much of a distraction you really was. Because if you knew and you was in so much contact with Detective Barnes, and you've been talking to Detective Barnes so much, let's be honest, gang, let's talk about it. Why would you contact me and tell me to run a live saying that Mo 3 had beef with Chicago niggas and some Chicago niggas came out here and killed Mo 3? Why would you want me to do that? Honestly, why would you want me to run a live with the assumption and the misleading information and tell the public and my people that Mo 3 was assassinated by niggas from Chicago? Another thing, why would you tell a bold-faced lie and say Mo 3 was going to a movie shoot when he was going to see his mother? And I know why you said that now. See, I'm a smart person. I'm not as dumb as all these other people. I know exactly why he said Mo 3 was going to a movie shoot, yeah. Because Mo 3 demise was a movie. Mo 3 demise was recorded. Mo 3 demise was played in front of everybody at a watch party. Just like they did with O-Dog. When O-Dog went in that liquor store and he killed everybody. And they watched it on video. That's why he said Mo 3 was going to a movie. See, people don't be catching the subliminals, man. I catch all Rainwater subliminals, y'all. I catch the subliminals. Y'all gotta catch his subliminals. I catch his subliminals. Another thing, bro, I could go on. Another thing he did. You want me to tell you another thing he did? Another thing he did that let me know he was a distraction. Rainwater was the one who contacted me and gave me all Kogati information. Breaking news. I never told nobody that. Breaking news. Rainwater was the one who contacted me, gave me all Kogati information. First name, last name, maiden name, all the paperwork. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I swear to God. I swear to God, if you think I'm lying, I'm flying. If you think I'm lying, dog, I'm flying. Rainwater was the one who called me, gave me Cole Gotti information, gave me his maiden name. He was the one who called me, told me that Cole Gotti got arrested. I never told nobody this. I never told nobody this, y'all. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. I swear to God. I put that on my son's life, on my life. Rainwater called me, gave me the information, told me Cole Gotti was in jail, told me that he got arrested for weed, told me to run the content. I never told nobody this. Yeah, we're gonna let it all out today. We're gonna let it all out today. Now I see why Rainwater was trying to use me to steer the narrative, a false narrative. And if I would have ran with it, now I see what he was trying to do. Now I see exactly what he was trying to do, y'all. It all makes sense. Y'all shit a lie. Y'all shit a lie. And guess what? I still got their messages. I still got all the messages, man. I still got all the messages. Every last message he sent me. Rainwater was also the one who told me, and and I'm telling you, man, this is how bro. Oh, this shit, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up, y'all. Rainwater also was the one who contacted me and told me that Miss Nicole was stealing out of the estate. Pay attention, y'all. This is before he ever even decided to go against Miss Nicole. He tried to get me to run a live on Miss Nicole stealing out of the estate. He was trying to get me to run a live about it, my nigga, and I didn't do it. He gave me the information, told me that Miss Nicole took the money out the estate and was paying to bond Cole Gotti out of jail. Told me that she was bonding Corey out of jail left and right. He sent me Corey paperwork. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. That's what he did. He sent me Corey's paperwork. Sent me Corey's paperwork straight off the internet. Sent it straight to my DM. Straight to my DM. This shit crazy, y'all. You can't even make this shit up. Now this shit all makes sense. No wonder you don't want to testify. No wonder you trying not to be subpoenaed. Nigga, cause you on this internet contradicting everything you say on purpose. Here I come, y'all. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute. It all makes sense now, y'all. It all makes sense now. That's why they always say distractions, bro. That's why your boy, Trap Boy Freddy, named his album Distractions. That's why Trap Boy Freddy been talking about distractions this whole time. This is why Kewon White kept saying, look at his circle. He need to check his circle. You got to pay attention. This is why Kewon was saying he got to check his circle. Check his circle, because if you keep it 100, it was more people in O3 circle that was against him than that was with him. The so-called manager was against him. The so-called bodyguard was against him. The so-called daddy, Big B, was against them. The only nigga that was really riding for Mo3 is the nigga that they had to take out. The nigga that they had to get rid of was Bubba and No Flaw Peach. And if No Flaw Peach didn't go to jail, they probably would have got rid of him too. Let's keep it real. If Don Don wasn't in jail, they probably would have got rid of him too. This shit was a big distraction. And the biggest play is being pulled over our face right now as we speak. The biggest play right now is being pulled over our head right now. Because Kewon didn't kill Mo3. And everybody know it. The city of Dallas know it. Everybody know Kewon wasn't the one running down that fucking highway. It don't take a scientist to see that. Like, come on, let's be honest. It don't take a scientist to see when you see that man that's running down the highway holding that rifle, that's not Kewon White. You can tell that guy is a tall, slender individual. Now, if I'm Kewon White defense team, oh, I'm asking for a body scan. I'm asking for a body scan. That's what I'm asking for. You want to know why I want a body scan? Because a body scan is going to prove that wasn't Kewon White. And we all know who that was. We all know, allegedly, that was AOFK. Everybody know, allegedly, running down that highway was AOFK. The man who got a contract out of nowhere from Rainwater, who got signed to Legendary Productions out of nowhere. Then out of nowhere, got signed to Empire for a distribution deal. I'm giving y'all some information they don't want y'all to know, man. I'm literally giving y'all some information they don't want you to know. And some other information that they didn't want you to know is that Empire is funneling the money to Rainwater through his production label. Mo3 don't, man, Rainwater didn't know shit about no production label. Rainwater don't even own a studio. He ain't never produced nobody in his life. Why would Rainwater have a production label? Why wouldn't he have a management firm? Make it make sense. You telling me you got a production label and not a management firm, but you a so-called manager? The only reason why you have a production label and not a management firm is because you can funnel bigger amounts of money through the company compared to being a manager. A manager is only making 20%. But if you got a production company, you can funnel more money and you can money laundering more money for different reasons. Video production, music production, beat production. But you do neither. You don't do none of these things. So why do you have a production label, Legendary Productions? That's why. Because that's how Empire allegedly is funding you the money. For everything that you do for them, bad business or good business, they funnel it through your production label. So when you got AOF Key to do the job and everybody got him to do that work, he got paid through his record label, the production label. Pay attention. That's why out of nowhere, this nigga got a contract and nobody knew who the fuck he was. Pay attention. None of y'all knew who the fuck AOF Key was, and out of nowhere, he got a cosign, got a contract, and got signed. And you niggas ain't heard from him again. Pay attention. Pay attention. Sounds similar to what Little Dirk was doing, don't it? What it do? Sounds similar. Sound real similar to what Lil Durk was doing, don't it? It sound real similar, don't it, y'all? Pay attention. It sound like that's the music way, my nigga. That's the way they do. When they want to get rid of a nigga, they get rid of them and they pay through contracts. They pay through music advancement. It's the easiest way to launder the money. If I'm going to pay for a hit, if I'm going to get a nigga knocked off, the easiest way to pay for it is what? Through a music deal. Through a music deal. There's no way to track the money. It's hard to track the money if I say, hey, you do this, I'm gonna give you $100,000 deal. But you got to do this. I need you to knock this nigga off. Guess what? This nigga get knocked off. AOF Key get the deal. AOF Key get the deal. Kewon is the fall guy. Y'all gotta pay attention. Lady A, what up? Kewon is the fall guy. They know he don't give a fuck. He K2'd out. They know he ready to ride for the set. You heard, how many times y'all heard this nigga say, as long as my daughter taken care of, I'm good. Long as my daughter taken care of, I'm good. That nigga's the straight fall guy. That's why they trying to make him go first. Pay attention. Now it all makes sense now. Dallas County know he's the fall guy, but they also know he's involved. See, pay attention. Dallas County know Kewon was involved because he was seen on camera. the night before. So they know he was involved. They know his phone was on the highway. But they gonna get him to snitch on the shooter. That's their whole way of trying to get him to go first. Because if we get Kewon to go first, which the judge agreed on, Kewon trials first, August 24th, then guess what? When he lose, we can get him to flip on the real shooter. Either we could get him to flip on the real shooter, or we could get him to flip on Yellow Beezy. But what do we want more than anything? Since we claiming you the shooter, we would love for you to tell us, I'm not the shooter. This person is the real shooter. See, what people fail to realize is Kewon was already going to jail. What do you do when you go into jail? Already. The fall guy going to be somebody that's already about to get time. Remember that. The fall guy is going to be somebody who's already facing time, already looking at time. He was already out on bond for shooting somebody. He already had other bullshit he was worried about. So if we put you as the fall guy, you have more chances of going to jail for some other bullshit anyway. You already looking at a 15. You already looking at a 20 for shooting that girl. You already looking at a 15 or 20. So we tell you we gonna give you 40,000. You be the fall guy for this shit. Now guess what? Now guess what we do, y'all? After we convince the nigga to be the fall guy. Now we know the real shooter is AOF Key. We take care of AOF Key. 2 years, 3 years later, he get his deal. He finally get his deal. He get paid. He go out into the sunset. We never hear no music from the nigga. We never get no album from the nigga. He go out into the sunset with his beautiful old life. Pay attention. Live his beautiful old life. They're not gonna give you the truth, dog. I know exactly what the fuck going on. I know exactly what the fuck going on. I ain't no dummy. I know exactly what the fuck going on. The setup is real. The setup is motherfucking real, y'all. This is some funny shit.